In your politics on this Monday morning, hundreds of people are in quarantine right now here in Southern California for the coronavirus after a second flight landed carrying passengers from China. Now, several congressmen are criticizing the federal government for the lack of transparency, and there is one congresswoman calling for an investigation into two prominent federal agencies. Washington correspondent M. Nguyen joins us now. And M, what are these lawmakers saying?
Well, good morning, first of all. And second of all, Congresswoman Torres of Ontario, she is just appalled because she's been trying to get information, trying to get answers for not only herself, but her constituents. And she says that everything she's learning is coming out of the news, and she's not getting any more information on top of that. So ever since the coronavirus started to get closer and closer to home, with planes landing in areas in Southern California, she's been trying to get these answers, and constituents she says, are calling in worried and panicked, and she says she's just trying to get all of their information confirmed from what she's hearing out of the news, but that she's not getting anything across with federal agencies in charge. She says they're just not answering any of her questions, and she's just not getting any information out of those agencies. So Torres is filing a request for investigations into the inspectors for generals for state and the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, as well as the Government Accountability Office. Torres is calling on a thorough exploration for interagency coordination, the coordination with state and local officials and members of Congress, as well as the quarantine protocol, among many other issues regarding the communication between agencies. The first plane that landed from China about a week ago was supposed to land in Torres' district, but was redirected to a military base about 30 minutes away.
Yeah, the fact that my office could not respond with real-time information to our constituents that were calling, and there was a panic there happening, not knowing, the state of the people that were on this flight. It's unfortunate. It is my responsibility to be able to, inform my constituents, and the fact that federal agencies felt that it wasn't important to include my community in these decisions is unfortunate, and that is why I'm asking for this investigation.
Torres says she's especially concerned that her office was never contacted when the initial plane was supposed to land in her district at Ontario Airport, and then again not contacted when the plane was redirected. She and Representative Mark Takano, who is in Torres' neighboring district, are working to secure more transparency between the federal government and these health-related situations and, of course, Congress. And they are receiving bipartisan support from other Southern California lawmakers. Now, Sunday marks the biggest death toll with the coronavirus, 97 deaths from China in just one day. And we're also hearing that there are over 40,000 cases of coronavirus, and at least 3 are confirmed in Southern California.
Yeah, and we're getting a lot of, conflicting information. It's, nothing to be concerned about. It's no more dangerous than the flu that's going around. And then we're talking about it possibly being a pandemic, and you hear about these rising numbers.
Worse than SARS,
Worse than SARS, the death toll now worse than SARS. So what does Congresswoman Torres say is her chances of getting this investigation approved, Em?
Well, as of right now, obviously, Torres is very optimistic. She says she is sure that she can get this investigation started. And she also mentioned what you had been saying, that constituents are just kind of confused and frustrated. And so they're starting to panic. They're starting to wonder what really is going on. Where are these people who are going onto this flight? Where are they going? What's the protocol? Are they coming out into the community soon after that? So there are still a lot of questions surrounding this. But Torres says she is a part of a key appropriations committee, that she is having this conversation with other subcommittees, like with the HHS. There are subcommittees focused directly on health issues, and so she says she's having this conversation with others, and that her appropriations committee is looking into trying to release funds for cities that may need more investments into trying to protect their constituents, but that she can't continue to move forward if she's not going to get any information out of the federal government. So she hopes that this, being a part of the Appropriations Committee, being a part of the Southern California community, that she is going to get these answers one way or another, either with more answers from the federal government or to have this investigation start.
Well, keep us posted on all developments, as I know you will, Em, because we here in Southern California are very interested in what's happening in this regard. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Sam. Yeah, she's pushing hard on the Department of Health and Human Services, saying we need a plan.
A lot of people pushing as well in China for the way this was handled and whether there was enough transparency. And some of the folks who came, the doctors who came forth early on saying this is a problem and, you know, haven't been heard from. So
if you go to her Twitter account too, you see her full statement is printed there.
Great.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Moving on now to